Hello, my good people. Hi, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Glad and excited to be back. It's yet another moment that I've come here so that we can talk, so that we can have some fun. And my good name is Leah. I'm LatezNjagi. For my continued and my followers, my subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. And for anyone who is new to this place, welcome to Looking at Life with Latez. This is a nice place. It's a place where we have vibes, a place where we come learn, a place where we come enlighten on each other, and we make fun together. And before I forget, happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's. And for those who are in love, happy Valentine's. And for those who are single, oh, my single people, happy Valentine. It doesn't change whether single, whether dating, whether married, whether in love, whether in divorce. It remains a happy Valentine. So wherever you are, happy Valentine. And I know Valentine is a time that is much enjoyed by those who are in love. For the people in love, happy Valentine's. I hope you're excited that this day has come. It's always fun and joyous. You know, Valentine is always fun and it's always a nice thing for those people who are dating. And I know you're there wondering, why am I too much into Valentine and all that? It's because today we came here to talk issues concerning love, Valentine, and all that. Because why not? I felt it's important that as in this session, in this season of love, month of love, week of love, and to make it even more intense, today is 14th of February. And as we all know it, and as we all celebrate it as a day of love. Reason why I may not be aware into details, but who am I? So our topic today is an interesting one. And I got thinking, it's Valentine. And Valentine comes with a lot of hype, especially in matters concerning love and relationship, marriage, and all that. And there's something that got my attention. What about those who are not in love? What of those who could be divorced? What of those who are struggling to get love? What of those who have chosen to be single? How are they celebrating their Valentine? How is their Valentine like? You know, there are those people who are hyped. They can't wait for maybe in the evening to go have dinners. They can't wait to explore the entire weekend. Valentine has come on a Friday, so the entire weekend is just, you can imagine how maybe people have made bookings in hotels and all that. So there are a lot of plans concerning the weekend. And for each and everyone who is in love, they got some expectation that, my hubby, my wife, my husband, my love, my babe would do something for me during Valentine's and all that. And I know there are some places, maybe there at your workplace, you are so, anytime maybe you see a delivery or anything, you're like, what could it be? Is it my boyfriend? Is it my husband who is surprising me? I can imagine how the feeling is for those people who are in love. Eh? You in like, how will my husband, how will my babe surprise me? That is the feeling maybe for each and everyone who is dating. I don't know, because myself, I'm not waiting for anything. I'm like, no, what about now? These are the people who are in the other side. Where in one way or another, Valentine is just a normal day. We are not expecting anything. We are not looking forward to anything unless we do it for ourselves. Now that's why I came here. I came here to have a side chat with my single people. I came to have like a talk with those people who are struggling maybe to get love, those people who are single by choice. It happens. Those people who are divorced and maybe they are like, no, I don't think I need to get myself into marriage and relationship again. Yeah, in one or another, you're single. There are those people who will always be telling us that they are single, but they are not. Please, 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 please. For those people who keep on telling us, you're single, and I'll see you with flowers in the evening. And I'll see you with selfies. My babe surprised me. No, please, we want people who are single in this tent. This tent that we hear today is for people who are single. People who we are not expecting an ambush somewhere at so and so surprised me. No, there are some of us who are single and entirely single. Yeah. And we okay and we are contented by that. Now I'm here for that. As other people are expecting gifts and all that, come, we have some talk. Come, we get to ask ourselves some 1, 2, 3 questions. Come, and we get to know what is in our minds now that people are just all around thinking about love. Me and you, who we could be single, what is in our minds? And maybe what I want to talk about is contentment in singleness. Finding contentment in singleness. Because at times people get to see like being single is something that is bad. And they see that maybe being in love is that much of an achievement. Yes, it is. Being in love and especially being loved right is an achievement. But all the same, being single is not something that is that bad. Have we died? Are we in pain? Do we look unhappy? Eh? Why at times are we thinking singleness to be that bad? And I'm here trying to be like, how can we be contented? How can we be single and contented? How can we be single and vibrant? How can we be single and happy? How can we be single and outgoing? And even no one will ever notice and even get to remember that you're single. Because at times, we giving ourselves a lot of distress in a matter that it's like happiness is just detailed in love or in dating. How can we be happy and we are single? Because this is something that I also didn't know, that I can sit back being this happy, being this contented, and I'm single. There's this notion that we have kept in our minds that for you to be happy, for you to visit places, for you to be out and about, you must be in love. You must have a partner. But it's not the case, imagine. It's not the case. I'm not trying to beautify singleness. I'm not trying to make any singleness look so like cute and look so awesome and all that. Because for sure it's not. I cannot stand here and praise singleness because the word itself, God has commanded us that a man and a wife, a man and a woman will leave their parents, they'll become one and be conjoined and all that. So I'll not stand and say that you guys be single. No, that is not what I'm preaching here. What I'm preaching is you're there, you're single, you have not gotten your Mr. Right, you've not gotten your Mrs. Right. And you have to be single and you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Now that's where I'm coming in. Before you get that, Mr. Right, before you feel you're in a space of allowing someone into your life, how then should you be single and happy? How can you stay contented? How can you stay okay? That no one will ever sit and notice that you look lonely, you look left out, you look like you're missing something. How will your life be full of life, full of joy? How? So get me. I'm not telling you to be single, but now that you're single, now that circumstances have made you single, now that life situations have made you single, now that because of something, life happenings, they've made you single, how then can you be contented that you're single? How then will you be there out, not looking so desperate that anyone can just take advantage of you just because you don't know how to be contented when you're single? You don't know how you can be single and be like, I'm happy with myself. So that's why I'm here. And there's a lot of beauty that comes when you're single. As much as love, dating, and those people who are married, they will always be telling us how beautiful life is there. I think there's also another beauty that comes from being single. Have you ever sat and imagined how singleness comes with a lot of freedom? Do you know? Do you ever imagine that freedom? Do you take advantage of that freedom? Because myself, I really do. If there's something that I take advantage of in my singleness, it's freedom. Aha. Eh? That freedom, that there's no one I'm answerable to. Not that I'll be doing bad. That's why I feel that I should not be answerable to anyone. But I can visit any place that I want at any given time. I can eat whatever I want. I can sleep wherever I want. If I feel I want to go and visit my mom at a country on a certain given date and I want to spend a night there, I will go and do it. I have no one that I'm questioning. If I want to spend at my sister's place, I'll just be like, I'm out of work. I have missed my sister. Mm-mm-mm. Kakaka. You know what? I've come for a sleepover. Imagine. Being single is something that at times, it's something that is good. I, I cannot say that you should be unhappy because you're single. Why? Especially for that part of freedom. I don't know whether you ever utilize that freedom that you have. Because mine, I'm utilizing it 101%. 101%. I'm really utilizing it. So that if I ever get to be dating and in a relationship somewhere, I'll not feel that there's something I missed out. Because I'm really utilizing it. Kabisa. Yes, I get out of work and I feel I want to go for a movie. I can go and spend whatever hours I want and have a movie somewhere. If I feel that I want to go out for a coffee with whoever I want, I have no one who is questioning me. I have one who is like, where are you? Who did you go with? And what are you doing? And what are you discussing? You just your own master, determining your own things, choosing your own choices. And this is one thing that makes someone get to know themselves. Because I get to know whatever I want. Because I do whatever I want. I choose whatever I want. I'm trying to make you feel that you're in the right place. There's nothing that you're missing. Imagine. Your life should not stop. You should not be inferior just because today no one has invited you for a dinner. No, no, no. You cannot surprise yourself at dinner. Yes. Who is single somewhere and you want a partner? We go just chill somewhere. We go get some nice food in a certain hotel somewhere, a certain restaurant. It's not a matter that you must be taken out by your lover partner and all that. No. You can plan yourself and out also. Yes. Because you should not be boring. You should not be like all is lost because you're single. And before I continue with a lot of stories and a lot of such things, what did we come here to do? We came here to talk about how we can find contentment when we are single. And to start with, what we need to do, number one, it's valuing ourselves, knowing our self-value. You'll be at peace, you'll have joy, you will be okay being single if you really value yourself. Because there are some people who are in toxic relationships, some people who are in places they are not valued just because they don't know to value themselves, just because they don't know how much, what they carry, who they are, knowing yourself, knowing your value, knowing how precious you are, that there's no one who will take advantage of you and you just be there for the sake of, do you know what? I'm dating. Do you know what? I have a partner. Do you know what? I have a lover. Do you know what? I have a husband. Do you know what? I have a wife. And this is someone that does not value you. So I'm like, if at all you want to be contented and you want to be okay being single, you have to value yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to know that you're not determined by anything. There's no circumstance that will ever determine you. So either you're in love, either you're in breakup, either you're in divorce. Those are things that cannot determine you. Because in one or another, you know your value. Your value is not like associated to anything. Because this is where we go wrong at times. That's why you realize at times after breakups and after divorce and after all such kind of things, we get broken, we get lost. At times we get to depression. At times we get to alcoholism. At times we get ourselves to even get into issues with suicide and all that. Just because we don't know our value. We feel like our value has been associated to a certain kind of thing. And this is something that really happens when it comes to love, marriage, dating and all that. Of late, you have been hearing of, especially these young girls in campus. Just because I don't know your lover did what and what. Just because you had someone who loved you and then don't know what and what happened, you feel that you should end your life. Do you know how valuable you are? Do you know how precious you are? Eh? Imagine nothing should determine. I don't know how you should. No, 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 no. Whether single, whether dating, whether in love, or whether I don't know what, nothing should ever change your value. I know myself, I'm Leah. And there's that gown that I always put when I wake up in the morning. That as I'm walking, I know I'm not the Leah you guys are seeing. I'm the Leah who I have called myself. The Leah who I've determined myself. There's a certain value that I've put on myself. As much as anything might happen, this one will not change. And this is how we get to have that self-esteem and that confidence within ourselves. That whether married, whether not, that is an issue. You will always be feeling happy about yourself. It's Valentine, you don't have a lover. You don't have someone to surprise you with flowers and with chocolates and all that. But that one does not determine you in anything. You'll not be there in your office or there in your room just to be like, what if maybe I had so and so? What if so and so did not leave me? What if so and so we didn't break up? Maybe, no. Depende mami. Love yourself. Love yourself, my dear. Love yourself to a point that, hey, you know, if you have ever bought something that was so precious to you, what may I say, like maybe it's like a necklace or maybe a watch that was so precious that you bought it with a lot of it was too expensive and it costed you a coin or two. That thing will be precious because, and you'll handle it with a lot of care and attention because you know its value. You know how valuable it is. I don't know whether you ever give yourself a value. Not how people see you. That one should not be a matter. Because in one or another, people will see the value that you've given yourself. If I make myself valuable, in one or another, anyone who comes into my life, whether you like it or not, you must go according to the value that I have. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that you must give yourself a value and you'll pressurize yourself. You will at times get to take care of yourself according to the value that you have. Being single will not make you look hopeless, will not make you look desperate because you know your value. So give yourself a value and give yourself a high value and live according to your value. Don't be like, yes, you have a value, but you'll always be allowed in people each now and then to just misuse you, to just take you for granted. You know, at times, being single does not allow anyone to take like advantage of you. That anyone who wants someone who can, you know, at times, single people are really taken advantage of. But it's only if you don't give yourself a value. So if you want contentment, if you want to get out of this desperation thing, know your value. Get to know your value. This is something that is very key. Other than knowing your value, appreciate yourself. Have self-love. Have self-care. You know, there are things that at times when you have a partner, this partner will get to do them to you. Now that you're single, know that you are your own responsibility. If at all it's a partner or it's a lover, whoever takes you to salon, no, it's your responsibility now to pay your bills in salon and all that. You should not just look like I don't know what, just because you broke up, just because you divorced, and you know what, my husband used to pay my bills. Do you know the reason why nowadays I don't go for what routine? It's because, you know, it was my partner's responsibility, you know. No, you have to initiate self-care. You have to initiate self-love. Yeah. How that other partner used to concentrate in you, now it's your own responsibility. If at all in a month you used to go for dates twice, it's your own responsibility to take yourself for a date. Yes. Or you're getting out of this thing of desperation. You want to feel contented. You want to feel okay, that life is moving on well. So anything that you feel there is a void, maybe in a month, I used to go for a movie, maybe I don't know how many days. Now it's your own initiative, so that you don't feel like you're missing out on something. Those times you used to go for movie dates, continue having those movie dates. You can go alone, you can tag on a friend. Go have fun, go enjoy. And this will make you feel contented. This will make you feel like you're not desperate just because a partner left you, just because you divorced, just because you're not in love, maybe. Self-love. At times, if at all you're someone who loves gifts and all that, buy yourself a gift. You know, there's some people who really love gifts, and there's nothing wrong with just going to a shop somewhere purposely. I've gone to buy myself something. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. If still you're a lover of flowers, you can also buy yourself flowers. There is nothing wrong with that. If at all you want flowers in your room, you can go buy some fresh flowers, go come and maintain them in the house. Anytime you get into the house, you see those flowers, you're like, As you get to feel that scent of those flowers, you feel nice. You don't have bought them. You know, some of these little things at times our partners, or maybe when you're in love, someone ever did to you. They're the ones that are making you feel like you have lost it. They're making you feel like you are, I don't know, in another world. You can still be in that world of happiness even when you're single. Make it a habit, going for those dates. Plan a vacation somewhere. Just be like in your calendar. Do you know this weekend? Okay, save for that holiday. Yeah, book yourself a flight. SGR. Go have fun. Go enjoy those 2-3 days. You can ask a friend to accompany you or something. But it's not a time of just sitting down and like, do you know when I was in love, my hubby used to do me this. You know when I was in love, my hubby, now they are not there. What next? Should life stop? No. He said, but first we have known our value. So second is loving ourselves, taking up the mantle of taking care of ourselves, of loving us. You know, how you want a lover, a partner, your habit to love you. Do you love yourself in such a manner? You know, there are these ladies, let me talk to the side of ladies mostly. You always want your hubby to really spend on you. And personally, you know very well that if you are told to spend on yourself in the same way, you cannot. You see, that's why at times we want people to love us in a way that we cannot love ourselves. If I cannot buy myself a gift that is worth a certain amount of money, and I'm there out expecting someone, a son of a man somewhere, a son of a woman somewhere, who we have met when I'm a grown up, to help to come and surprise me or to come and gift me with an expensive gift that myself, I cannot take out my coins and buy for myself. It doesn't beat logic. That's why at times we are so desperate to be in love. We are so desperate to be dating. And we times go and date wrong. We at times get married by wrong people just because we don't know to do some of these simple things by ourselves. So anything good that you want someone to do for you, work hard so that you can afford it, so that you can do it yourself, so that even if that other person will ever do it to you, you'll not feel like something that is so big. You know, that's why at times men take advantage of ladies, because a man will do for you something and you feel like now heavens have come to earth and everything should start still because I don't know, a man has bought you what? Work hard, have some two, 3 coins that you can be able to buy yourself some of these things. That it will not be a big deal. That you know this man can do anything to you because he has bought you I don't know what. Just because you feel you cannot buy it for yourself. You know, it's so good that when someone who is coming into your life, he is doing for you something that you yourself you can afford. One thing, he respects you. And one thing, you appreciate whatever he is doing for you. Because it comes in a manner that he is not doing for you just because you cannot afford or anything. He is doing for you because he loves you. But in the other side, someone will come and do for me something and I will feel like it's too big, it's I don't know what, because I can't afford it or maybe because I cannot do it for myself. And I'll now be like worshiping him. That is now not even love. I'm there because of the things this person does for me. So that's what I'm saying. Love yourself. Take up the mantle. Whatever your man used to do, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. And that is another way that will make you feel contented being single. Something else, the third one that relates also to the two, be committed to yourself. When you're in love, you are committed to your lover. You are committed to that person that you loved. Now let every commitment be towards you. Yes. Anything that you ever thought, you ever sat and concentrated, do you know what? I'm doing this for my husband. I'm doing this for my wife. Be committed to yourself. That money you used to spend on that lover, get it back to you. Yes. That extra coin you used to spend on that girlfriend of yours who was very unappreciative, and she thought the best way she can do is divorce you, or she can just pack her things and heartbreak you. It's not time to start thinking that, you know what, my girlfriend, she did. No. You see that extra coin you used to spend on her, return it back to yourself. It's a time of committing everything that you used to commit to that lover of yours. Commit it back to you. This money, you can do it with something else. You can do it to make yourself happy. You can do it to even have other things that at times will be there to make yourself happy and all that. Don't feel like there's something that is lost. Nothing that is lost. That extra commitment you used to have, return it back to you. There's what you had, return it back, and you become stronger. When you're in love at times, there's a lot that comes, there's affection, there is at times that sympathy. You have to sympathize with your partner, you have to be empathetic when these are not okay and all that. You are shoulder to lean on and all that. Now you don't have someone who you are taking all this to. You have to strengthen yourself in a manner that you're strong for yourself, so anything that you face in life, you can be able to conquer it on your own. Yes, there will be friends and all that, but there's that commitment that you need to have on yourself. There's a time you just purpose on just embracing yourself. You just purpose on concentrating on yourself. It's a time of getting to know yourself, getting to know your strengths, your weaknesses, getting to learn about yourself, getting to know, oh, this is where I missed out. This is where I can pick up from. This is what I can do. If I want to ever love again, these are the things that I can avoid. If I want to be happy, these are the, you get committed. You should be your own business. That if at all I feel I'm idle somewhere and I could be thinking about someone, I try as much as possible. What can I think about strengthening myself? What can I think about enlightening myself? What can I think about making myself better? That should become our number one agenda. If I want to buy something good, why can I first buy for myself? Then you become your number one agenda. Kujipenda, Yani if you wewe tu, yani unajipenda, unajifikiria. That's what I want us single people to do. That is the third thing. The fourth thing. The fourth thing is embracing and even looking for new hobbies. One thing I say, at times when I'm talking out of experience, when you're in love, at times it's like there's a sense, especially for us ladies, I can say, there's a sense that at times that is usually like crossed on something. There's some thinking capacity that at times is never utilized 100%. So you realize that when you get single, there are a lot of things that comes to your mind and all that. So this is a time of you embrace those hobbies that in one or another you could have left them because maybe you didn't have time to explore them, you didn't have that adequate time, you had time maybe for your partner, for making him happy and all that. So this is a time that you need to start embracing those hobbies that you have. And also you need to start having new hobbies. Yes, at times there's nothing wrong with making something that maybe wasn't fun before and you make it fun maybe when you're single. Because what we're doing is we are looking for contentment. We are looking for something that you can do to fill this void of maybe of loneliness or feel like all is lost. Have new hobbies. Embrace them. If at all maybe you love cooking, these are times that you get out of work, you're just in the house there alone, you prepare your favorite meal for yourself. For yourself. You eat well. Not just you're cooking for someone, you're cooking for yourself. You go look for those nice movies. Sit down, get a cup, get a glass of wine, get a glass of something. Just enjoy your movie as take your sip of your wine and all that. These are the things you do maybe when you used to do maybe when you're dating. Now that you're single, do them. These are hobbies that you can embrace them. Maybe you loved nature. Plan for tours to go explore nature and all that. You love traveling. Have those trips back to back. Have them. We must be single and happy. I don't want to see single people who are like people who are mourning. No, there's nothing wrong with being single. There is nothing wrong with being single. So develop new hobbies. For those like me who love music, you just get into the house and you're like, today I've purposed I'm going to listen to Mogithi. Yeah, I'm a lover of Mogithi, and I'm like, today I want to specifically listen to a certain artist. I come, put it on, and I'll just be having fun. And as I do my house chores and all that, I'll be having my those 2 3 hours 4 hours maybe before I sleep. I've listened to this Mogithi and I'm like, I felt this is nice. So anything that I always say a hobby is something that you always ever find joy doing. These are the things you need to embrace more. These are the things you need to sit down and get to. What do I ever find happiness doing? Embrace this thing. Ensure you do it more. So that you minimize these times of feeling lonely and feel like all is lost. Because what I want people who are single and happy, single and contented. So embrace those hobbies and look for new ones. If at all you are a lover of novels, if you are a lover of writing, write those poems. Write them. Whatever you ever fight joy doing, this is something that you should really concentrate on and most probably even invest on. Yeah. If it's worth your joy, it's worth your investment. Invest it. Invest in it. Because it's giving you joy. Because what you want is joy and happiness in single life. We don't want people who are single and boring. We don't want people who are single and lonely. We don't want people who are single and like they just, I don't know how. You need to be vibrant. You need to be looking good. You need to be up on yourself because you're like, that is the fourth thing, if I'm not wrong. The fifth thing, no, the fifth thing is build on your friendships. No, build on your relationships. You know, when you're single, these are the times that you really need those other people. You know, at times when you're in love, you're like, it's me and my partner against the entire world. Because anytime you feel you down, you have someone to talk to. Anytime you wake up, you have someone who will ask, hey, how was your night? Anytime you're sleeping, you're like, hey, did you get home? How was work today? And all that. That's now the sweet things that comes with dating and all that. But now here you're single. And we want to be happy and contented that we're single. Now you have to build on you have to build on relationship with family members. If you have a sister, a brother, these are the times that you really need to build up on these relationships, that anytime you feel like you're down, you have someone you can call and you're like, do you know what? I felt this and this, and you just laugh and talk 1 2 3 things, and maybe you get to forget about the feeling and all that. It's a time to build on even relationship with your parents and all that. It's a time maybe cousins, any family. Other than family, they are friends. I always say that if at all you want a smooth life when you're single, have friends and have true friends and strong friends and friends from different genders. If you are ready, don't just have best friends that are ladies. Also have best friends that are gents. Because in situations that you needed a help of a man, you have a friend who is genuinely a friend who can help you in that. If at all you are a gent, you're single, let your friends not all be gents. Have a ready that whenever time you have a need that you feel this one can be solved well by a different gender, you have such people. So have embraced these friendships with friends, true friends, and friends from different genders. Have friends that are male, have friends that are female. These are people who will come in handy. You know, especially as a lady when you're single, there are some things that at times you will always need a man to help you. But now you're single. Now if you have a friend who really understands you, a friend who is always there to stand up for you. I always find, I thank God for the friends I have. Actually, I have good friends, both female and both male. And there are situations that I am usually like, if at all, there are some points in life that usually come that you are in crisis or in situations that maybe, yes, I have brothers, yes, I have my dad, but I cannot be able to call them and maybe give them the narration of the situation I am in. But I have that male friend that I have who I can call, and I'm like, and at times, it's very important to have friends who understand you, friends who are not there to take advantage of you, especially friends from a different gender. It happens that if at all you have friends who are not mature, friends who are not up to whatever you yourself you want, they'll end up maybe taking advantage of you, especially for ladies. Men might take advantage of you. But one thing that I know is that you never lack a true friend. A friend who, even at times people think you guys date, but you don't. You friends. Because this is someone who comes up for you in situations when you really needed them. So I always say, if at all you want to be contented when you're single, please have healthy relationships. Please have healthy friendships. Have friends who you can rely on. Have friends who it's midnight, I'm in a stuck in a road somewhere. Maybe my car gets an issue. There is not a time that I'll call my lady friend. It's midnight. I was alone, maybe in a journey, I was getting out of somewhere. My car has gotten a puncture, or maybe my car has gotten an issue, and in one or another, it's technically bad. I cannot be able to continue with my journey. Yes, you might be having a friend who is a lady who can help you out. But those are some situations that are times where maybe men comes in and I'm like, I'll have a friend who I know, even if I call him, it's 12. Irrespective of whatever he is, he'll take my call. Yes, we don't date. Yes, we don't have any relationship, that any love relationship and all that. But this is someone who will be like, oh, this is a call of so and so. It's 12. Something might be long. She might be needing my assistant. Someone will pick up the call and say, hey, are you okay? Where are you? Can I come? Are you safe? Can I send someone? These are the friends I'm talking about. Because at times when you're single, you usually realize that in times of crisis, at times you're always confused who to call. So if you don't have families who are close, if you don't have friends who are close, you'll have it tough. And relationship and love relationship at times brings an aspect of putting people away, of which is not bad. But now, when at times you get single, is when you realize how important it is to have these side friends when they are close. There are days you wake up, you feel that nothing is operating in your life. Your mind, everything, you're not settled. You have a friend you can call and you're like, hey, Leo, I've woken up feeling bad. I'm feeling this, and this. And they're like, hey, is everything okay? You is someone who can be, there are some of single people, the last time you were asked how your night was, you even can't remember. The last time you had a friend who was concerned about how you are, how you feeling. A friend who invited you for a coffee and I'm like, he or she just went to ask you, how are you? There's how are you, I'm fine, and there's how are you, I'm fine, but, and you start narrations. These are the people that we need to have close. These are the people we need to strengthen the relationship with. These are the people that will help us to be contented when single. They will make our life easier. They will make us not feel so desperate. Because at times situations are in singleness will make you feel desperate. Because you feel like you just have the entire world against you. But when you have strong friends, friends that are up to your case, friends that will always come up for you. Imagine yourself, my dear. You never even realize that you're single. It will take you, I don't know how many days to remember that you are single. Because you have a backup gang, people who are there for you. Hey, watch it. It's good to have good friends. It's good to have friends that whenever maybe I feel bored, maybe it's a Sunday, I'm out of church and I'm like, hey, do you know what? I feel to go and hang out. I have maybe like 5 friends. I'll contact the 5 of them And amidst of the 5, I will not track one who will spare some time to spend my evening with. This is what I'm saying. It's good to have these friends. Because maybe I was feeling like I needed to hang out with someone. You don't have someone specifically who will be there to hang out with. You have friends. Contact them. You will not miss one or two who will accept your offer. So something else that we need to do, embrace relationships with family members and with also friends. And also, as we are building relationship, also remember to build up the relationship with our God. This is something that I never forget saying. It's good to have a relationship with God. And now this time that you like alone, those times maybe you used to have at night with your partner and all that, those times you used to chat and all that, now you're single. You have a lot of time. If you don't have anyone who is there maybe to talk to, why can't you talk to your God? This is a time that you're free to speak to your God. It's a time you're free to read the Bible. It's a time that you're able to get to know, have wisdom about this God. So it's a time of connecting. As much as you're connecting to family members, we are connecting to these our friends. Also, let's not forget to connect to our God. Have some time, more time, quality time with God. It's a time that you just sit and you're like, today when I get out of work, I'm not going to concentrate on any other thing. I'm not watching a movie. I'm not doing anything else. I'll just go in my bedroom, get my notebook, get my Bible, get to read scriptures, get to pray, get to re-energize myself in words that are spiritual. And this is something that at times will also give you, there's nothing good that there is at times we neglect that feeling of having God in our lives when we are single. You know, He gets to fill up that void at times that comes with singleness. You'll be feeling you have peace, you have joy, just because your relationship with God is up to point. I'm not saying that people who are in love or people who are married, they don't pray, they don't love God, they don't like. But here you have more time. The time you have that is free is more. So let's concentrate on those 3 relationships: family, friends, and God. And last of them all, those are 5. The last one, be open to dating, be open to loving again. Don't be single and you're like so restricted on yourself. There are some people who are like really restrain themselves. No. You've given yourself time, maybe you have gotten to heal, you've gotten to like re-energize again, because it's also always very important. If you're out of a relationship, stop with these things that at the how do people say it, that hata hakuna kuoga ni kurudi soko. And I'm like, at times it's usually very long to hop from one relationship and go to the next. You may not know, but it might get to affect you later. It's always very important to give yourself time to have a closure of one thing and start up another. It even extracts this thing of having mixed up feeling and all that. You get to know, my relationship with so and so got to end. I no longer date so and so. You now get back to the single you. And now in your singleness, you hook up with someone else and you start up. But this thing of you are dating this person today, and all of a sudden you see yourself with this person, and we here asking you, oh, no, we divorced, or maybe we broke up, and now you have already picked up on another. Hatukatai ni kuoga na kurudi soko, but at times these are some of the things that will get to affect us when we get to the other relationship and all that. You have not healed from some of the emotional turmoil you had from your past relationship. It's good to have a closure of things. Get to heal. Get to forget some of these things. Get even to forget some of the memories you had. Yes, you might not forget fully, but let them get out of the scene of your vicinity and all that, so that you'll feel single again. And now you pick up with another partner and all that. Let's really try to embrace on that. This thing of hoping from a relationship, you break up, you pick another one, you break up, you don't love yourself. I always say that you don't know your self-worth. No, If you love yourself, you will give yourself some time at least to heal, at least to relax and get to know who you are and get to pick yourself again. If there's something that was broken within you, you get like to reamend yourself and you become whole again. And now you can be able now to accommodate someone. But there's no way you're out of a place where you're broken and all that. You see your heart is broken, you feel that you're emotionally broken, and then all of a sudden you now go to another relationship. You've gone there when you're broken. And this is where at times we are going wrong. So let's have this tendency of giving ourselves time to heal. And now, after you give yourself time to heal and you feel you're now set for another relationship, don't restrain yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. You are a human being. And human being, we have this aspect of loving and admiring or desiring to be loved. So don't restrain yourself. Don't restrict yourself. Be open to loving again. Be open to giving love another chance. And get rid of this notion of that because the first one didn't work, maybe the second will not. No, always be there to give love another chance. Don't be strict on yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. At times you'll be like, you like harsh on yourself that I'm not laughing again, I'm not dating again. You get this good person who loves you, who take good care of you, who you feel in one or another, you get in compatible. But because you really had restrained yourself from loving again, this thing keeps on like haunting you. No, be free to give love another chance. Be free to give someone there out another chance. Don't be strict on yourself. We want to be single and contented. And it's in that contentment that you'll get to realize yourself and someone there out will get to meet you. So don't feel like it's all lost. No, no. People here outside are getting loved again. People are getting married again and they are getting happy. I always say you might be single and contented now, but maybe years to come, the contentment might not be there. I usually talk with old people. Old people, I mean the ages of our parents, those people who are 50, 60s huko. And at times they keep on saying life gets boring if you get to that age and you don't have a partner. Because these are the times now you're no longer busy working, you are no longer busy bringing up children, you are no longer busy being up and down with life issues. Life has relaxed. Now this is a time that you need to have someone who you can maybe have those quality time with. Those times that you just there, maybe you are in your retirement or all that, you need someone. So don't be strict to yourself in this young age that you don't want to date or all that. No. It might not be working now, but when you get a right person, a shot, try it out. Yes, we don't want to be old and bored, old and lonely. Right now, you might not be lonely, but in that age, there is nothing that is ever bad like a lonely shosho, a lonely hooker there. Yes, I'm not saying that you might not get contentment there, but no need. If possible, have someone to get old with. So you are in your 30s, you feel, don't be so strict on yourself. If you get a Mr. Right, just tag him along. Try life with him. Try life with her. Yeah, we don't want to be old and lonely. As I've said, those are just but things that I picked out and I was like, these are things that can help us be contented when you're single. I want, and as I'm saying, I want single people who are contented, single people who are happy. So that even as we are getting into relationships, as we are getting into love, we'll go with these two. There's nothing that is good that someone who has been single, someone who has a life, even when they go to relationship, they respect each other, they value each other. Because this person, they know their worth, the other partner know their worth. So when they come together, you can imagine the couple they form. So let's stand for ourselves in singleness, embrace ourselves, value ourselves, and like feel full. Let's not feel that there are voids that are there just because we are not dating and all that. So my dear sister, my dear brother, you're there out, it's Valentine, you're single. Imagine you have not lost anything. You have not lost anything. If today is on a Friday, maybe you're not working tomorrow, go have an out somewhere. Yeah, go, you have your money, go ask for a meal, pay for your bill, my dear sister, my dear brother, and go home. Self-love is something that is very key. And at times, you will not appreciate partner love, those husband love. If at all, you don't love yourself. It starts with oneself. So love yourself, and anyone who ever comes to your life, they'll know how to love you. Because there's no way I handle myself in a certain way, and you come to my life, you tell me that you love me, and you are handling me in a lesser way. No. If my value is here, you must come and value me in the same way. You will not devalue me. Because in one or another, I've shown you where my value is. So let's stand up for ourselves so that anyone who is coming to our life, they will get to know this is so and so, and this is them. And there's nothing that you can do about it. That's the reason why we will be single and happy. We will be single and contented. We will be single and not desperate. If there's something that I really hate is in someone, just because you're single, you become desperate. Why, baby girl? Why? Why are you desperate? For what reason? There's nothing big that comes with the relationship. Actually, life is very easy when you are single than when you're dating. So enjoy your time now. A time will come but now that it has not come, enjoy your time now. Anyway, it was just that simple cut off for now. It's Valentine. Go have fun. Go enjoy yourself. Myself, I was having a wine here. Because being single, it doesn't mean that I should not be happy. So, my dear, so it's Friday, it's Valentine. If you don't have a date, if no one has invited you for a date, plan for one. Yes. Go and spend that 1,000, 2,000 on yourself. Yes. If at all there's a gift that you wish someone would buy for you, but they are not there, imagine go and buy it yourself. Imagine enda ujinunulie. Jinunulie tu. Jinunulie, and it will still feel of a gift. Anyway, happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's. And have a fabulous month of love. And for those who will get an opportunity of finding love in this month, all the best. For those who are in love, congrats and all the best. For those who are married, oh, salute. Congratulations. And for us who are single and looking up to finding love when that time comes. Because for some of us, we feel like it's not yet time. Cheers. Bye bye. Love you.